CQ Researcher is a database that is a journalistic database, actually, not a scholarly one, in which the journalists who work for CQ, Congressional Quarterly, cover issues that Congress is either considering, has recently considered, laws that maybe need to be reviewed, or laws that are being debated in the Congress at the time being. And so it's a good place to find a variety of research, whether you're doing this from a journalistic perspective or you're doing more academic research. So I want to show you a couple of parts of this research reports and how to search it that might help you. I'm going to start out with a search for social media. And what this does is it gives you a list of reports that are related to the search terms that you typed in. You can also look over here under topics. You can browse reports. There are a variety of ways to use it. But we're going to go to social media platforms. And this report, which is actually from October 2nd of 2020, is a good example of the kinds of resources that you can find in CQ Researcher. The introduction is going to tell us a little bit about Section 230 of the Communications Decency Act, which there's been a lot of debate about that. Okay, that is the section of the law that grants immunity to social media companies from virtually any form of civil litigation, including defamation, for their platforms. It's going to give you an overview of where we are today, some background, the current situation. Section 230's fate is almost certainly not going to be determined until after the November elections, the reporter points out. It's very controversial. If you're looking for laws and changes that need to be made in laws, perhaps, you might look at the Outlook section, which is going to give you a sense of what's on the horizon. There'll be a pro and con on some particular part of the issue. In this case, should legal protections be given to social media be limited? There's a chronology, which will take you back usually a lot further than you think into the history of the issue. There's a bibliography where you can find books, articles, reports, and studies. The next step, again, if you're looking ahead, what are the possibilities here? And some articles that will, and reports that will help you take a look at that. And finally, the section that I particularly like is the contact section, because this gives you the names of organizations and government agencies that are dealing with the particular issue. And it gives you not only the phone number and the website, but also a one-sentence description of the perspective of the organization, which is often very hard to find. With these reports, you can email them, print them, view a PDF. You can email parts of the reports to yourself. You can also get an APA citation. These are computer-generated citations, so you have to be very careful to check them. And so that's a little bit about CQ Researcher. It's a great database for starting your research on a topic or finding out about a social issue or that has something to do with legislation and where it has been and where it might be going. Thank you.